All right. What we have here is something very uncommon. This is a Casablanca Delta 2 ceiling fan in 50 inches. Now, Delta 2s are very common fans. However, there's some of them that are very uncommon or even rare in certain finishes. Such finishes are pastel Navajo, Navajo white, verde, Ferrari red, chrome, pink, and of course, what we have here, gloss black. And they also did make them in matte black as well and some other unique finishes before they discontinued them, like champagne, bronze, fewer newer looking finishes before they were, like, for the time that they were being made. But this is definitely one of the ones that a lot of people look for. Well, basically almost any gloss black Casablanca is very sought after. But yeah, this one's been on YouTube before. This one was actually the one that Dan Spiffy Newman had about 5 years ago of a spotlight, which I still have it. I just figured I'd show it without the light kit first because there's not a single video of these on YouTube without a light kit, and also this is the only Delta 2 and gloss black on YouTube, so I figured maybe show it without the light, since there's no videos of them without a light, and because gloss black fans without a light kit and 5 blades are very childhood looking for me. There's that place up in North Carolina, New Hampshire that I did a video at almost 2 years ago now that has two gloss black fast glow streams way up in the high wooden ceiling. I did see quite a bit of places with gloss black fans like these as a kid. Some of them actually might have been Delta 2s, I'm not sure. But the look of this fan's really childhood for me. And also, for those who don't know, before my dad installed the Hampton Bay carousel in my living room at the old apartment when I was 4. Before that, we had a gloss black fan and had some sort of polished brass accents on. I know the blade arms were polished brass. That's all I can remember being polished brass. It had gloss black blades. They were not arch tip. They were kind of like similar to Spirit of Sound blades, like but more rounded at the tips, like the edges more so, not so pointy-ish looking. They didn't have Saturn lines on the blades. I know that. They had gloss black blades. Torch handling was gloss black. The motor was black, except it had mercury type vents to it, and it might have had some brass sidings on the as well. Not Saturn rings, but yeah, something. Might have been some SMC type knockoff of some sort. I know it wasn't a Casablanca because it was flush mounted, and one, I definitely know it didn't have a Casablanca tag on it, and two, it didn't have like an LCA. It just had a regular generic mounting to it. But this fan does remind me of it a lot, so it's the other reason why I figured I'd show it without the light. The fan is from September 13th, 1994. It's the 481st fan made at that, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll show the tag up close. These do show up on Facebook Marketplace and such every now and then. But since black is still a finish that people find to be in style still, they definitely sell pretty quick. Now, this fan I did not get from Dan. However, this fan went through many collectors, surprisingly. When he got it for Mark Castro, then from what I know, Castro gave it to Daniel Groundwater, better known as. He used to be known as Romex something on YouTube, but I think it's Vintage Fan Collector or Vintage. It's something, but I'll put. But he had it. I think John Pernick might have it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think no, he didn't. Charles Smith, better known as Chandrew, got it after him. Then Chandrew gave this to Brandon, and Brandon then sold it to me. So this went for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 collectors, including myself. So for a fan that's very sought after, for some reason, the thing I tossed around a lot, and of course, because of that, it did get a little bit beat up here and there in some spots. Blades, especially the tips were the paint was chipping off, which is kind of common with gloss blades. Usually the blade tips the paint will start chipping off over the years. And plus, it's a 26-year-old fan too, so there's that. But luckily the black finish is very easy to touch up. I just got a Sharpie and cut it in the blade tip, so they look fine. Now the only thing is, there's some parts on the bottom, and there's some scuff marks here and there. Not perfect, but could be a lot worse considering how many times it's been tossed around. But yeah, and also the switch cap is not from this fan; it's actually from the Hermosa. But yeah, I wanted to test this fan last year, but what was holding me back is I wanted to show off a switch cap, and I didn't want to paint one black. Well, I didn't have one that was beat up enough to paint it black, and I did not have a hang through for it. I wanted to use one that was like this, not a ribbed one, since I figured it would be more fitting for the fan. But I didn't have any that I wanted to spray paint black, so I figured I'd wait until I got one that was in beat up shape or another fan that had a black one and use it on this. So yeah, let's go ahead and start off on no. And I did paint the chain black because I think this looks a lot better than the faded brass on it. This goes a lot better in my opinion. Yeah, let's start off on no. And the lighting definitely does look a bit different here. I'm using the same lamp, but I shut off that one right there because something I noticed with the Huntington 2 video back when I filmed that back in December is it kind of really took away from the beauty of the finish. It really didn't make it stand out as much as I'd like to, so I figured with this one, maybe try that with this. And it looks a lot better. Now, I'm probably going to do it like this only for fans with a dark finish like black or something. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do it with other finishes in the future, but for now, it's just going to be for like a dark fan like this. Because the lighting, well, I'll just show it quickly. It kind of takes away from the finish. It kind of makes it blend in somewhat, I guess. So, and I figured with that off, it makes it stand out more. It's more noticeable for the viewer. Plus, it makes it stand out more too. It makes it look more bold in the video. Kind of wish I did it back with the Huntington 2, but yeah, it's too late now. I can always just put it back up in the future I can just do it whenever I do a remake of it. But that aside, this fan is in pretty good shape. The only complaint I have with it, well, the only issue it has really is that the bearings are somewhat stiff. I'm not sure if Daniel Groundwater ever replaced the bearings in it, or if Mark Castro did, or if anybody did. I know that Dan sprayed this thing with WD-40 back when he had to just loosen up, because I remember the thing was completely stiff and wouldn't spin at all back when his video of it, or the few videos he had of it. And it was a quick fix, obviously. It doesn't solve the issue permanently, but I am not sure if this thing ever got bearings replaced, and if they did, they're really starting to stiff up again. So I am assuming that it never had the bearings replaced in it. I do know this was installed in Daniel Groundwater's bedroom for a bit. He never did a video of it. But I'm still surprised that this fan went through so many collectors, honestly, considering how sought after these are. Brandon, he kind of gets them mostly. From what I know with him, he kind of just gets them. And then, like, after a while, he kind of, this part sells them just to try it out, see how much he likes them. But I just find it funny how the fan that, this is back when I first got the white and brass altitude. I saw the video of this one, or when I was getting it. It was around that time during my senior year in high school. I saw the video of this, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a really cool fan. I wish I could get one like that day." And here we are today. I have the exact fan. And it's kind of funny because it was like around the same time, towards like the end of like the springtime, that I think Dan did a video of it. And it's springtime during my senior year in college, though. With the crisis that's going on here, it's not in the same happy conditions, unfortunately, with me finishing up college. That should have been done last year, but they always find a way to keep it longer in college, usually. But back to the fan. Has a nice low speed to it. And it does have a 4 or 5 blade flywheel, but I think I showed the 5 blades just because I think black fans, especially a standard looking one like this, looks better with 5. No, I will show it with 4 at some point. Definitely, I'm not gonna show it with the spotlight before, but it's definitely, I think that would just look very off and such. Yeah, let's go ahead and move it up to medium. I mean, after seeing the video that Tommy did of antique brass Delta 2 with 4 blades and a K4B, I felt that looked very off-putting. I don't know what it is. If with fans on down rods, 4-bladed ones, I don't like with spotlight. However, it's a hugger. I think it looks nice with them. I don't know why, but that's just how I am. It does go a bit slower than my other Delta 2s that I've tested, but the bearings are a bit stiff, and I could use W40 to loosen it up, but with the lockdown that my state is in at the moment, that's not going to happen. Plus, they're already out. I did call before going there, but I'm not trying to walk in the streets, really, so. Has a little bit of a wobble to it, which I'm not surprised. Almost every Delta 2 I got has a bit of a wobble to it. I'm surprised that I know Brandon did a video of it, but on the spotlight, it wasn't broken. But what had happened was one of the bolts that hold it in the spotlight in place from the back was just got loose, so one of them was dangling around. So it appeared to have been broken to him, but it was actually fine. But I'm surprised that Chandrew and Daniel never did a video of this while they had it in their possession. Well, we all have our own time of when we can do stuff, so. Yeah, it's definitely, from what Mark Wilson told me, actually, right in the city I live in, there was a restaurant bar that had several of these Black Delta 2s. From when he told me in 2006 they were there, and then when he went back in 2012, they were gone. Now, from what I looked up, the place renovated around 2011-ish, 2010. So I'm guessing they were removed then. I'm assuming they had 5 blades, but from what I'm seeing of the inside of that restaurant, it definitely would have been a very cool install to see them installed. And it's something I can also see installed too in some restaurants, movie theaters especially. Well, I feel like the gloss black blades kind of will distract from the film, but I know the same thing can be said with the black Daytons and such. But yeah, let's go ahead and move it up to the high speed. Definitely runs well on the high speed. And it's also been a while since I've tested a 5-bladed Delta 2, but it uses a K55 motor, and the Panama 2 in my bedroom uses an XLP, but it basically goes about the same. I do feel it goes just a tiny bit slower than the Panama in my bedroom, but that is because the bearings are a tiny bit stiff. But as you can see, it definitely performs well regardless of that. Now, I did want to try this with some Rosa blades, which was another reason why I was holding off on getting it put up for a video, but after I got the Rosa blades for the Hermosa, I think I just showed this one in a black configuration. Then later on, I'll get some Rosa blades to show it with this one. Plus, I figured maybe get the Rosa blades for the Hermosa first, because I noticed that badged Rosa blades are a bit harder to find than the standard ones, so I figured when I saw them on eBay, I figured I'd get the badged ones first. Plus, if anything, I'd rather have the Hermosa with Rosa blades than this. I don't mind it with black. I actually like it with the all black look. The Hermosa, however, I figured would look better with some contrast. spin down, and I'll show it on reverse. And believe it or not, but this is actually the first fan I have tested as of 2020. Everything else that you had seen was actually filmed back in October through September. Not September, October through December. So this is actually the first fan I've actually tested this year in the basement. And by the time you're seeing this, there's definitely be more stuff being filmed, but some of them might go up public before this one. Not 100% sure yet. But with me being locked in here for the rest of the semester due to the pandemic that we are facing, that gives me more time to test stuff down here. Still be doing schoolwork and everything, but with me being at home, that doesn't wear me out as much compared to spending all day on campus. So I have plenty of time to test now compared to before. Won't be every single day, but it does give me more time to pay attention to the fans. Now, this one I have thought of putting up in place of the Infinity in the past, but it looks too identical to the panel in my bedroom. Plus, I want something more contemporary looking for the living room than this. But also, I just don't want to. It's basically, I just read, I save it for a future. And plus, I need to work. The bearings do need a little bit of work, as I can see it having some issue in the future if I was to install it somewhere. I mean, they're not too bad, but also I'd rather use it with rosewood blades maybe, just because these black blades are a little bit scratched up for my liking. But if anything, I'd probably put this in a bedroom or something, or I don't know, not a living room. I kind of like the look of standard fans more for a bedroom, but then like up in the front area or something, have something more unique looking. It depends. Depends on the look that I'm going for the bedroom as well. That would be a thing I can see myself putting in a game room too. That's something, especially like at like a Blockbuster place, like it's something I could see there and such as a kid. A shoe place. There's a lot of places I could see a gloss black fan like this as a kid. So something that had like a 90s, early 2000s type of look. It's something like that's kind of like the look I'd go for in a bedroom, in a game room anyway. Something that has like a 90s, early 2000s look. And this fan definitely fits that. I actually wouldn't mind this in the living room here, but I already do, like, I wouldn't mind. I prefer something more contemporary looking. Like, contemporary as in, like, dated contemporary, not like today's contemporary, but my mom does not want an all-black fan. That is something that she told me when I put up the Infinity. So, it would have to go up with rosewood. But I already know this will be too powerful for her anyways, due to how fast it goes. So it would have to be the Hermosa or what's up now, which is the Infinity. But I also just would rather save this for my own place, since basically everything that's installed now, except for like I know the Infinity I'm probably going to be put into like retirement for a bit after I get out and get my own place, most likely. But yeah. The rest of them, not sure. The Panama will definitely be installed again when I get my own place. Like if I was to take it down here and bring it with me, it definitely will be in my bedroom fan again. Unless I get another fan that I'd like for the bedroom too, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.